This instructional video will help you learn and master each movement before advancing to the follow-along version. Pause and rewind often, and move on only when you feel confident.
Hello, welcome to the final video of Primal 7's neck and upper back series. I'm Jenna Ellis, physical therapist for Primal 7. As a reminder, the purpose of this series is to improve flexibility that's limiting the neck and upper back, re-educate muscles surrounding the neck to work properly, and finally, putting these all together to work on achieving full range of motion of the neck and upper back with proper movement mechanics. In this video, we will use 6 exercises to challenge and build strength and endurance of our posture muscles. Our training format is staying with repetitions, but we're moving for a longer period of time. Our focus is on challenging our body to move with confidence and purpose during this set time. Our band will be set at mid-shin, the rings will be locked, and the safety covers for the band release levers will be pulled all the way up. The purpose of preparation is first to take a quick alignment check and to practice stacking all the joints of the body in good alignment for efficient movement. Second, to increase range of motion in all the areas that we train. And finally, to increase circulation so that our body is warm and ready to work. In this sequence, we will use the T-spine twist to open up our chest and align our thoracic spine. We will begin with the T-spine twist for 30 seconds. The band will be placed underneath your shoulders. To get set up for your T-spine twist, you'll place the band underneath your shoulders and come into your primal lean with your feet about a hip's width apart. From here, rest your hands gently on green and squeeze your butt, making sure you're in that nice diagonal line. From here, you'll gently sweep your right arm out to the side, squeezing your shoulder blades down and back. Stop when you feel a gentle stretch in the front part of your chest. You'll then bring the arm back to green and repeat this 5 times on the right. After you've done 5 reps on the right, you'll switch and do 5 reps on the left. So a couple of things to look out for while you're doing this. Make sure you're not grasping green too tight, and also that your feet and your hips are pointed forward. We don't want you twisting as you're going through your T-spine twist. The last thing to look out for is that your butt isn't sagging. We want you to make sure your butt is squeezed nice and tight and you're in your diagonal line. After you've completed 5 reps on either side, you'll stand back up, come back out from underneath the band and grab the rings. From here, you'll walk the rings out and then come into your primal lean. You're now set up to start your rows. In the second training video, we practiced maintaining perfect alignment as we went from start to end positions. In this week's training video, we will continue to practice holding that perfect alignment with movement. But our goal this week is to move with confidence and to challenge our body for longer periods of time. In this sequence, we will use T's to strengthen our posture muscles and to aid in neck support. And second, low rows to also strengthen our posture muscles and help support our neck. First, always remember to tuck that chin in order to start getting into good alignment. We will start with T's for 30 seconds.
To get started with your T's, come into the band and place it around the base of your chest. Then, bring your feet about a hip's width apart, squeeze your abs and your butt in nice and tight, and come into your Primal 7 lean. From here, tuck your chin and bring your hands down in front of you. Then you'll float your arms out about shoulder height into a T position. Pause for a second and then return to start. We'll repeat this for 30 seconds. A few things to watch out for. Make sure your shoulders are not creeping up towards your ears. Gently squeeze them down and back. Also, make sure your butt isn't sticking back towards the wall, coming out of alignment and forward folding into the band. Make sure it's squeezed nice and tight so you stay in alignment. The last thing to look out for is to make sure that your chin is staying tucked and you're not overextending at your neck and straining the back of those neck muscles. Again this week, if you would like to add a very light 1 to 2 pound weight or a soup can, you may. Just make sure that your shoulders and your neck are able to sustain the weight that you're adding. After you're done with your 30 seconds, you'll come out of the band and grab the rings with your hands facing the unit. Then walk the rings out until they're straight, and you'll be set up to come into your primal lean for your rows for 30 seconds. To get set up for your rows, you'll grab both rings and walk out until they're straight. Come into your primal lean with your feet about a hip's width apart. From here, make sure your butt squeezed nice and tight. You'll pull your hands towards your chest. Breathe out as you pull, then breathe in as you lower back down to your starting position. You'll repeat this for 30 seconds. A few things to look out for while you're going through this. Make sure that your shoulders are staying down and back and you're not shrugging your shoulders up towards your ears. Also, make sure you're staying in good alignment. Make sure your hips aren't sagging back as you're in your row. Also, make sure that you're keeping your chin tucked. We don't want your spine moving forward as you're pulling. After your 30 seconds of rows, you'll either go back for round 2 of training, in which you'll come into the band for your T's. Place it either at your hips for less support or under your chest for more support. You'll walk away facing away from the anchors, and you'll be set up. Or you'll go to round 1 of restoration. You'll choose one ring and walk out with your arms straight. You'll then be set up to start your chest stretch.
The purpose of restoration is first to cool down and to give the muscles we worked a chance to relax. Second, to improve flexibility and to carry over this newfound mobility into our daily tasks. In this sequence, we will be using the chest stretch to open up our pectoral muscles for improved upright posture. Second, the forward fold in the band to stretch out and lengthen our spinal muscles and to provide a gentle stretch on our neck. And finally, neck traction in the band to provide a gentle stretch on our neck while promoting relaxation and good spinal alignment. We'll first start with the chest stretch on each arm for 15 seconds.
To get set up for your chest stretch, grab one ring and then walk out with your shoulder out to the side. From here, gently turn your hips and your shoulders away from your left hand. Make sure that you're not twisting your neck. Everything is moving as one unit. You'll hold this for 15 seconds and then switch to the right side. When you're doing this, you should feel a nice stretch across the front part of your chest. It shouldn't feel like things are ripping apart, but it should feel like a gentle stretch. If it's too much, back off just a little bit. Also, if it's really difficult to raise your shoulder all the way up to shoulder height, you can have it down at about a 45-degree angle as well if you'd like to start there. Again, same thing, make sure you're turning your body away from the hand as one unit and you're not twisting your lower back or your neck. After you're done with 15 seconds on either side, you'll place the ring down and come into the band facing away from the Primal 7 unit. You'll put the band around the base of your hips and then walk all the way out until the straps are taut. Come into your Primal 7 lean and you'll be set up for your forward fold stretch. To get set up for the forward fold in the band, You'll place the band around your hips facing away from the anchors and walk out until the band is taut. Then, keeping your chin tucked, you walk your hands down your thighs and fold your upper body over your lower body. Cross your hands and your arms across each other and gently let your head rest. You'll feel a gentle pull in the back part of your neck, and you'll also feel it in your butt, lower back, and hamstrings. While you're doing this, if the band is too uncomfortable around your hips, you can always stand back up and wrap a hand towel around it for a little extra padding on your hips. When you're doing this stretch, make sure that you're gently keeping your chin tucked. We don't want to strain our neck. When you're coming out of the forward fold, it's also helpful to walk your hands up your legs, come up one vertebrae at a time so we're maintaining good spinal alignment. We don't want to strain our neck after just the relaxing stretch we had. After you're done with this forward fold for 15 seconds, you'll come out of the band and lay flat on the floor with your feet facing away from the anchors. You'll then place the band just underneath the base of your skull, and you'll be set up for neck traction. If you feel like the band is a little bit too high and is raising your head too far up off the ground, you can also adjust the band up and down a little bit so that it feels a little bit more in a good alignment. To get set up for neck traction, you'll lay flat on the floor with your feet facing away from the anchors, and you'll place your head in the band with the band just below your skull. When you're doing this, if it feels like there's too much pull on your neck or your chin is too far into your chest, you can either scoot towards the door to slacken the band a little bit, or you might have to stand up and adjust the band so that it's down a little bit lower from the floor, maybe about an inch or two off the floor. If you feel like it's too loose, you can always scoot your body away from the door, putting a little bit more of a pull on your neck. Make sure that you're relaxing. For the first time, we aren't moving, and we just want to make sure that we're relaxing and taking a nice deep breath as we hold this for 30 seconds. After you're done with your 30 seconds, you can roll onto your side, gently tuck your chin, and then slowly come up to a seated position. You'll either go back for round 2 of restoration, in which you'll stand up, grab the ring, and walk your arm out straight, and you'll be set up for the chest stretch. Or if that was the end of your second round of restoration, take a deep breath and your work is done for the day. Make sure throughout the day that you're keeping your chin tucked and you're lessening the strain on your neck. Make sure you keep your shoulders down and back to keep your spine in better alignment and to put a little less strain on your neck.
With the restoration complete, think back to just before the very first video that you did. How did your neck and upper back feel throughout your day? And how did your posture look and feel? You've made some really good adjustments over the past few weeks to your posture, and you should be noticing a little less strain on your neck, and you should have more confident, upright posture. We look at our phones and our computer screens so much throughout our day. While this can be a necessary evil, it puts increased strain on our neck and posture for hours and hours at a time. Be mindful of your posture throughout the day and take little rest breaks if you need to reset your posture and come back into that perfect alignment. Set an alarm if you need. It can be difficult to remember all these little cues, and over time you may forget them, but you can always return to this series at any time you need. The focal points in each of these videos continue to matter regardless of what modes of exercise you're using, whether it be in our Primal 7 unit or anywhere else. Great job today, and thanks for coming along on this series with us.